Hello, Pyro Media family. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience with us is fruitful. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. And we do hope you consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
And we're back. I like that. We do it every time with that little jam. What is going on,
Right.
Mavericks? We are back with another episode of The Unusual Mavericks. I'm your host, Kwame, joined by the bearded one, the handsome, the melanin proficient, Just Dominic. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Hello, everybody. It is good to be back and welcome back.
Yes.
As I always say, we have a lot to unpack.
We do. What's going on, Keats? What's going on, Michaela? Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. We appreciate you guys on stopping on by. It does mean a lot. And while you're here, do us a quick favor. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It does help the algorithm. So we appreciate you guys liking, sharing, and subscribing. And even if you share it to your own dang on inbox, it does help the algorithm. It lets the YouTube gods know that we are live and that you guys are enjoying us. So thank you so much. And if you feel so inclined, go ahead and bless us with a Cash App right there. You can hit me up on Kwame C86 or Dominic L. Pruitt with 2 T's on Cash App as well. So do that as your leisure. And thank you guys so much throughout the week for those who are watching on the replay, who are sending Cash Apps. It does go to good causes. We appreciate you. And if you have not done so already, we have been doing a Mavericks special series. So I'm going to put the link to the playlist directly so you guys can check out all of the awesome Mavericks that we've been talking about, from Helene Flowers to Dwayne McDuffie, all of that stuff. So we got a lot to talk about today. But before we get into some stuff, we're going to go into the regular. But like I said, we're going to be talking about who is Dorian Harewood?
That's right.
Harewood. Okay, I wanted to make sure I pronounced his last name right. We're going to be talking about Dorian Harewood on today. So make sure you buckle up for that and stay tuned for that. But before we get into Dorian, we have to get into the Maverick Alert. It's time. Whew, we have a lot to talk about, y'all. It's a lot going on in this space. Before we get into my favorite topic on the Maverick Alert right now, we're going to get into Peacemaker. So DC Studios co-chair James Gunn confirms the season 1 Peacemaker characters making the leap to season 2. Recently, DC Studios co-chair James Gunn has revealed that he's written the 8th and final episode of season 2 of Peacemaker, meaning cameras on the unexpectedly popular Max show should begin rolling soon. Gunn teased via social media that he has a plan for how to explain the show's shift from the DCEU to the DCU, and that he intentionally decided to make season 2 a continuation of season 1 rather than a reboot, because working on the show is his, quote, favorite thing to do. That said, Gunn also explained that the show's shift from the DCEU to the DCU won't be the main focal point of season 2, stating that he doesn't want the universal shift to be that big of a part of the story. Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm actually here for
Hey,
it,
Doc
to be
Hope.
honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really here for it because doppelgangers, right? This is the multiverse. So their characters shouldn't their doppelgangers, I'll say that, shouldn't be too far off from what they were doing in season one. Of course, we
Right.
know the Justice League, this version of the Justice League does not exist. And maybe it gives him an opportunity as a writer to rework some of the things that didn't work in season one.
Agreed.
What I think.
Agreed. Agreed. Definitely looking forward to seeing, because I enjoyed season one of Peacemaker. So if it's not going to be a major focal point of like shifting the universe, then I'm looking forward to seeing what he does actually do in season two in terms of continuing the story. So that makes me feel good, because I thought it was good bones, for the first season. So it was a great start. And I would love to see more about, Peacemaker's father, where they go from there, all of that stuff. So I think it's going to be really, really dope. And I know that I'm showing this picture because this picture is like kind of like the end of the last universe that they were having, the Snyder universe. So that's interesting that he's going to kind of continue. I want to see how he shifts it. So without it being, and I like how James Gunn has been good at seamlessly shifting stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. So he's good at building universes. That's obvious. So
That's true.
all right, let's get into Captain America 4. So the upcoming Captain America sequel may be bringing in a major Marvel character if a detail spotted on a crew jacket is any indication of what's to come. Variety reports posted by a fan on the Marvel Studios spoiler subreddit. Okay, that's a lot. Images revealed what appears to be a crew member jacket for Captain America Brave New World. One part of the jacket brandishes the movie's title along with this Marvel Studios logo, but what's curious is what else can be seen on the garment. A picture shows an embroidered image of a red hand clutching the Captain America shield, and this seems to strongly suggest an appearance in the film from the Red Hulk character. Now that's super interesting. There has been speculation that Red Hulk might appear in Captain America Brave New World, but there hasn't been any official confirmation of this theory. The rumors stem mostly from the casting of Harrison Ford, who's been revealed to be playing Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. In the comics, Thunderbolt Ross is the one who transforms into the villain anti-hero known as Red Hulk, utilizing his super strength with the hopes of leveling the playing field with his mission to capture Bruce Banner's Hulk. Anthony Mackie is reprising his role, MCU role, as Sam Wilson to become the new incarnation of the superhero in Captain America Brave New World. Along with Mackie and Harrison Ford, other stars of the film include Danny Ramirez as the new Falcon. That's interesting. Carl Lumbly as Isaiah Bradley, Tim Blake Nelson as the leader, Shira Haas as Sabra, and Liv Tyler and Betty Ross, WWE superstar Seth Rollins, has also been cast for a secret key role in the film. Though there has been recent unsubstantiated rumors that his scenes have been cut, most notably no Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. Fans are not happy and left wondering, why is the Hulk family in a Captain America movie without our favorite angry green giant, who's the primary focus of the storyline? Very interesting. So, but regardless, all of this is going to be premiering and released in theaters on February 14th. Wait, it already released? Captain America Brave New World?
2025.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read the last part.
So a year. Yeah.
I didn't read the last part. I'm sorry. I can't wait for this. I'm excited. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this one. I did not enjoy the series on Disney Plus, but I'm interested in seeing how the movie is, because it looks like it's gonna be pretty good. And I like Anthony Mackie. I think he's a good actor. So, but yeah.
Yeah, he is a really good actor.
Mm-hmm.
In the comic book, he becomes the new Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not a reach. This is exactly how it should be. And the younger Hispanic guy that was in the series that they show becomes the new Falcon.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that. Thunderbolt Ross being or making the transformation to the Red Hawk is a
Mhm.
natural progression.
Yeah, I agree.
So I do kind of expect to see that. I think people thought that we were only going to see Thunderbolt Ross just as himself in this movie, and then he would get turned maybe in the next movie or so. But
Hmm.
why waste time?
Why? Yeah,
But I agree with fans.
hmm
If you're going to have Liv Tyler come back as Betty Ross, which is the Hawk's love interest, right? You have the leader, which is a main villain for the Hawk,
hmm
and you have the Red Hawk, but no Bruce Banner, the Hawk.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's very, yeah, right?
Yeah, that's super
It's
weird.
really strange.
Um, I was laughing earlier because Dr. Holt said, "Did you say Holt family?" We didn't sign any contract. I said Hulk. Hulk.
Hulk.
So, but if Marvel does call you, give me a holler because I would love to make sure we interview you. We deserve your pyromaniac.
right.
Okay. So definitely shout out to Dr. Holt and the Holt family. But no, I don't think that it makes any sense that Hulk is not in there if some of the Hulk family is in there. It's just weird. But I don't know if that's a precursor to a solo Hulk show or a Hulk
No,
series.
so this week Kevin Feige announced that there will be they canceled all plans for World Breaker Hulk.
Why?
I think that was what they were going to do. And Mark Ruffalo went online as well a couple of days ago to confirm that he was terribly disappointed that he's not getting a solo movie. They don't think that he's a strong enough character. The Hawk film back in the day did not do very well when what's his name? Edward Norton was the Hawk. So I guess they just want to focus on something else. But why not? I mean, this is how his son came about. And that whole story of him going to another planet and becoming a gladiator and all that. I think they feel like they've done it already when they did that Thor movie, that weird Thor movie where yeah, anyway. They're just kind of making all kinds of weird cuts.
Yeah, She-Hulk was terrible, so I get it. I mean, I get
Yeah,
She-Hulk, but I don't understand Hulk. At least make a series. That would make more sense, but whatever. Let's get to my favorite part. X-Men 97. It's coming to Disney Plus. I'm extremely excited because the wait for X-Men 97 may be ending sooner than previously thought. CBR reported, but I'm gonna read this and then I'm going to show you guys what happened on today. Okay, so in development for years, X-Men 97 serves as a continuation of X-Men, the animated series, picking up right where the original left off. Several of the same character cast members, have returned with the classic art style carrying over for the new show to make the revival seem as seamless as possible. The biggest issue that fans have faced has been the wait, and there were previously reports that the show wouldn't be arriving until later in the spring, somewhere around April or May 2024. Per the Direct, it was more recently confirmed during the Walt Disney Corporation's earnings presentation on 2/7/24 on February 7th, Wednesday, that the series is set to debut on Disney Plus in early 2024, which could suggest the new show's arrival is coming earlier than expected. Finally, some great news for longtime Marvel fans. However, the show they dropped the official trailer today. So, which means, and they also announced that I believe it's going to be early March, the first week of March. I believe it's the first week of March. Now,
no, March 20th. March 20th.
March 20th, yes. I did my best to make sure that so we don't get blocked. I put the our logo over it. I also sped it up so we don't get any flags on it or whatever. But I'm gonna do my best to make sure that we don't get any type of flagging on playing this video. But this is the trailer. I'm actually going to put the trailer, if you guys want to see it after the show, I'm putting the trailer in the chat directly so you guys can check it out. It is dope. I'm super excited about it. I was a huge Marvel fan, so the fact that sorry, a huge X-Men fan. So the fact that they're coming with it, a new one, and continuing the storyline is March 20th. That's where it's coming out. It's super dope. So I don't want to keep playing it because it's gonna make me nervous because I don't want them to shut us down. But so that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm looking forward to seeing it. What are your thoughts, Dominic, on everything?
I'm really happy to see this return and notice that the colors are far more vivid for this season, obviously, than back in 2001 when the series ended prior. So I'm really excited to see this. The trailer is really exciting. A lot of people don't know that Magneto does take over the
Yes.
X-Men and he becomes a good guy, sort of. And so I'm really happy to see this arc with Magneto and see what they do with Xavier, if he's coming back, if he's not coming back. And my all-time favorite X-Men, Storm, what she is going to be doing. I'm hoping that they grow Jubilee up a little bit. My biggest issue back in the day was what was her point?
She was a waste of
Fireworks,
time.
sparklers. Yeah, her power is supposed to be far more than that.
She did nothing. She did nothing for the team.
She did absolutely nothing, and she was supposed to represent the youth of that era. And she
was supposed to be my generation.
Yes, well, yeah, something like that. But yes, it was very disappointing.
It's horrible.
So I hope they level her up. She needs to be leveled up.
She needs to do something because she's not bringing nothing to the team. It's a waste of time. Anyway.
Agreed.
Sorry. Jubilee is like the worst. You have firecrackers, girl. Like, what are you doing with that? It's like nothing. But anyway, let's get into blurred news. I don't want to go off. Let's get into blurred news. First up, we have, like, you guys know that we go ahead and we talk about the Marvels and the DC. First up, we're gonna go ahead and chat about DC. And so
this is juicy.
This is so good. This is really, really good. So, James Gunn offers disappointing response to huge DCU Comic-Con 2024 rumors and fan pressure. As James Gunn is getting ready to start filming Superman Legacy next month, the DC Universe boss addresses a major San Diego Comic-Con 2024 rumor, which has gone viral. James Gunn shares a disappointing update about the potential presence of the DC Universe team at this year's San Diego Comic-Con. The Superman Legacy cast is less than a couple of weeks away from starting production in Atlanta as the DC Universe gets ready to reboot the Man of Steel in a new shared universe. Other DC Universe movies and TV shows are in or will soon go into production this spring and summer. Although specifics have been scarce, according to Fahim Mia, the only projects available for this year's Comic-Con 2024 are Netflix Dead Boy Detective. Dead Boy Detective. There we go. As well as Sandman Season 2, the Max's Penguin, and the Joker. Will be the only DC Joker 2. Thank you so much. Will be the only DC projects available for Comic-Con 2024, leaving major gaps and setting Marvel Studios up for a big win. We can discuss that in a minute. With marketing being key to the superhero genre, San Diego Comic-Con has always been one of the biggest events, especially for Warner Brothers in previous years. Having addressed numerous DC Universe rumors already, Gunn was recently asked about whether or not a rumored San Diego Comic-Con 2024 programming slate for DC Studios was true on Threads. James Gunn confirms that the rumor San Diego Comic-Con 2024 programming slate for DC Studios is mostly made up. While Gunn debunked the specific rumors, this is insane. While Gunn debunked the specific rumors, it doesn't mean that DC Studios won't have a weaker presence at SDCC 2024. The focus right now is on making Superman Legacy what it would be shocking. Making Superman Legacy, but it would be shocking if Warner Brothers didn't push DC Studios to make some kind of impactful presence at San Diego Comic-Con. Superman Legacy cast is less than a month away from starting principal photography in Atlanta as the DC universe gets ready to reboot the Man of Steel new shared universe. This is crazy. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this?
You know, as you said, other movies and everything are going into production this year. I think that what's her name? Fatima
Fatima Mia?
Balloon. I think that
Mia.
they probably hit the nail on the head. There's not that many DC properties that will show up at this year's Comic-Con. Why would Superman Legacy show up? As
Yeah.
they said, principal photography starts in less than a month. I think they're like 2.5 weeks away from starting, and the cast comes in just a week or so after that to begin filming in March. We're talking about March. Comic-Con is in when? June?
Yes.
Will they have enough to create a trailer for Superman Legacy by that time?
I mean,
most likely,
I don't know.
No.
I don't think so. Typically, if they usually start doing stuff like that when they finish or they're like at the tail end of production.
3 months into production would be correct. They will be mostly finished with filming, and they can put together and splice together, as you know, a quick sizzle reel or something to get fans excited. I can't see them doing that for that. So I do believe that we're only going to get Joker 2. We're not going to get Peacemaker 2 because clearly it was just announced he just finished the script. No film dates are set yet. So that could be out for another 6 months or so because we don't know what the actors' schedules are like.
Right.
For Peacemaker 2. So so we have Joker, we have True Boy Detective Series, Sandman Season 2. They didn't even mention Creature Commandos. Notice that, and that's completely done.
Yeah, that's
completely done.
And I thought that they had already announced
during the strike.
Yeah, and usually, San Diego Comic-Con is usually meant for dropping new stuff, like letting people know what's coming, and usually they drop big presents or stuff like that when they finish production of secretly finished stuff or whatever, or this is not going to be something that they're going to be into right now. I think this is a reboot time. I think this is maybe they can put something together to say, hey, this is what we're expecting. Maybe this is to kind of show a timeline of what's
it's just going to be DC Elseworlds.
Yeah,
right.
That's
all that's done. The Penguin is done.
Yeah.
Creature Commandos is the only thing in his DC universe that is actually, according to him, completely done.
I agree.
Waller has not been done. Peacemaker has not been done. Swamp Thing and all of the other movies that he's talking about, including the solo movie for Mr. Terrific, I believe that he's been talking about. But they're so early. How can he, as the DCU, have a strong presence this year? I just don't. When he debunked it, it's like, okay, you're saying that you guys are going to have a strong presence at Comic-Con this year.
Right.
How?
Yeah, I don't see it. I really don't see it. I don't see it.
No, well, Mr. Gunn, this is the first time I don't believe him. This is the first time I actually do not believe him.
I don't think it would be smart, because what are you going to show?
All they have is Elseworlds.
Yeah.
They can hype up the Joker, which a lot of people want to see that. Yeah. The Penguin series with Colin Farrell, Elseworlds. A lot of people want to see that. Dead Boy Detective series or agency and Sandman are made and produced by the same production company.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have something for Sandman because they have been in production for months now, right?
Yeah.
So it's just the Elseworlds DC problem. Right. That's all. Like, Gunn, what are you talking about? You don't have anything done yet.
Yeah. Well, so he may surprise us.
How could it leave a big gap for Marvel? Because we do know that this year we have all the things that we're talking about. We have X-Men 97 that they can feature at Comic-Con, right? They have, what else do they have coming out? Deadpool versus Wolverine. I think that's going to be huge this Comic-Con. And it leaves that Hall H open. Because allegedly DC has rented it out, obviously, to show a lot. But what are you showing?
But that's what I'm saying.
That's all we said.
But Comic-Con is usually like Comic-Con is usually showing stuff that is for like things that like Comic-Con is a build up, and the reason why people go to Comic-Con is when they want to see something that they have not already seen before. Like, we know that Creature Commandos is coming out. We know that Joker 2 is coming out. We know that the Penguin is coming. We know that a lot of these.
But we haven't seen trailers though. We haven't seen, because they haven't shown us that. So it's a perfect time, right, to show us trailers.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that in addition to all of that, we know that that's coming out, so that we're going to see trailers for that, or potentially trailers for that. But usually that's a time for us to kind of figure out what it's going to be like. We're going to be told what the plan is for the next, phase or universe or whatever. So they're both Marvel and DC are rebooting. So I don't know why that little smart, because I felt like I was a little shade, like, oh, this leaves a room for Marvel to do it big. No, because they need to fix their stuff too.
They are in reboot mode. That is true. And they are behind DC right now because they're just now hitting the reset button. And we know that at least Marvel is DC is a little bit further ahead, being that they have only one property finished, Creature Commandos. We know that they'll be filming big time when for Superman Legacy when Comic-Con hits. So maybe we'll get interviews from the cast from the set. Maybe they'll have the cast come in. That's the only thing that I can think of that could really be a big deal for people to see, because they do love the cast of Superman Legacy.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll see how it goes. But I don't know. I'm not impressed. I'm not holding my breath, rather. I'm not saying I'm not impressed. I'm not holding my breath. But if they surprise us, they surprise. If not, they're not. But Marvel Studios, Marvel isn't as bad, or Madam Web, excuse me. Madam Web isn't as bad as you've heard. It's so much more worse, according to Rolling Stone. They're so shady. Dakota Johnson's entry into the MCU about a paramedic with a arachnid-based psychic powers is the cats of superhero movies, and will make the Marvel's movie looking like a Oscar-winning film. Oh my God, this is terrible. Early screenings have critics very disappointed for yet another major blow to the MCU brand. The same MCU fans that they were hoping to get riled up about a batch of fresh Spidey-adjacent characters began to mock the clip, ripping into everything from Dakota Johnson's extremely decaf line readings to the curiously low rent look of the visuals. Oh my God, you guys are terrible.
I saw Emergency Awesome, and he always speaks very nicely. He ripped into this film.
This is terrible. Well, I feel like it's because it doesn't look like this. It's supposed to look like the original Madam Web, but that's not good, but whatever. Hold on. Oops, I went too far.
I don't understand why they couldn't get someone older. I want to see Madam Web the way we've always seen her, as an older woman.
Yeah. But the same this is terrible. The same, let's see, where I go. Oh yeah, one deadpan line of dialogue. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died, end quote, became a meme in all the wrong ways. Oh my God. According to the Rolling Stone, blood was in the water now, and the Amuse Bouche had somehow become chum. It's deemed as the worst superhero movie of 2024, and it's yet to be released. Oh my God.
Yeah, actually it came out, Friday?
Yeah, I didn't go see it. And I usually go see all my movies.
Yeah, and this article ripped into it so bad. It's kind of embarrassing.
Well, I saw the trailer and I wasn't impressed. So they better just not waste their time and just send it on over to Disney Plus and also to digital streaming as quickly as possible, expeditiously, because I'm not going.
And allegedly now that they've revamped how they go to streaming, this is not going to come to streaming for, well, who knows? We'll see. Allegedly, I don't think it's going to come to Disney Plus right away.
It would behoove them to get some type of return on this, because this is terrible. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, that was a horrible, horrible review.
That was a read. That was not a review. That was a read.
Oh my God, y'all are brutal in the nerd world. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into Dorian Harewood and learn more about him. We'll see you on the other side, y'all.
Because self-care should be luxurious. Luxor Noir.
Hey pilots, did you know that you can now catch the electrifying sounds of Bullet and Flight Radio anywhere you go? Yes, you heard it right. Tune in to the high-flying beats and soaring melodies by downloading the TuneIn app on your mobile device. Just search for Bullet and Flight Radio and hit play. It's that easy. And if you have a smart device like Alexa or Google, just say, "Hey Google," or "Alexa, play Bullet and Flight Radio on TuneIn." Experience the rush of adrenaline wherever you are. Listen to Bullet and Flight Radio on TuneIn using your Alexa or Google devices. Soaring through the skies has never sounded this good. Don't miss out on the ultimate musical journey. Tune in now to Bullet and Flight Radio on TuneIn and let the music take you on an unforgettable ride. Get ready to elevate your listening experience. Brought to you by Bullet and Flight Radio.
Are you ready for enlightening conversations that transcend boundaries? Get ready for Conversations with Clergy, brought to you by the HIV Vaccine Trials Network. In partnership with the world's largest publicly funded international collaboration, the HVTN is dedicated to evaluating vaccines to prevent HIV and COVID-19, but their impact doesn't stop there. The HVTN is at the forefront of advancing vaccinology, social and behavioral sciences, statistics, immunology, and even contributing to the research on tuberculosis and COVID-19 vaccines. By supporting Conversations with Clergy, the HVTN not only brings you thought-provoking discussions, but also contributes to the global effort to combat infectious diseases. Tune in, stay informed, and be a part of the change. Conversations with Clergy, supported by the HVTN, empowering conversations, empowering lives. Join us in this journey of knowledge, understanding, and progress. Conversations with Clergy, proudly brought to you by the HIV Vaccine Trials Network, because together we can make a difference.
And we're black. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are just tuning in, do me a quick favor and hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It does help the algorithm. We appreciate you guys for all that you do. And also thank you to our sponsors, Bullet and Flight Radio, the #1 progressive Christian and inspirational radio station in the world, as well as HVTN and Luxor Noir. Also, Pyro Media Productions for making us look so good. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's get into some things. We have to get into the Maverick time. Let's get into some Maverick time if I can find that thing. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. It's Maverick Talk. Let's get into some Maverick Talk. All right. Let's get into some Maverick Talk, y'all. All right, y'all. So you guys know we've been talking about all of the different Mavericks that have been coming up. I'm not going to go through the entire list because we have gone we have a lot. So definitely like Helene Flowers and all of these different people. Hey Matt, what's up, baby? How you doing, boo? All of these different amazing people that have come in that we've talked about over the past couple of
What, you're not
months.
doing it anymore? Oh wow.
It's just a lot. It's a lot. So also check out the one with Dwayne McDuffie, one of our favorite ones on there. But I did put the link in the comments. You guys can check out the entire playlist that we have going on for all of our Mavericks that we've talked about. However, we have a special Maverick that we're going to be talking about today, and that is and shout out to Cree Summer and Keith Davis.
Shout out to every single person that we've talked about is worth talking about. All of these kings and queens.
Let's just stop
every king and queen.
Hey, Carrie.
They're all absolutely amazing.
Carrie, we need to have a meeting. Very talented. Carrie, we need to have a meeting in my office. If you don't, just come stop on by anyway. So there's all of these amazing queens. Last week we talked about the amazing Kimberly Brooks, so definitely check her out as well. But today we're going to be talking about who is Dorian Harewood. So Dominic, take it away.
All right, so let's talk about this amazing king. So Dorian Harewood was born August 6, 1950. He is an African-American actor, best known for playing Jesse Owens in the Jesse Owens story back in 1984. He also played Paul Strober on Strike Force. For you that are as old as I am, you do remember that show, Strike Force. It came on from 1981 to 1982, very short-lived series. But he also bounced back by obtaining the role of Reverend Morgan Milton in Seventh Heaven. And he did that role from 1996 to 2003. Those are his most notable roles. Now, getting into voice acting. He has lent his voice to playing so many amazing roles from Marvel to DC. He also played a role, he took on a role as the Shadow King.
On
And
X-Men?
I don't know where this is. Actually, they said Shadow King, and I had just assumed that it was called Shadow King. I have not seen it.
No,
This
Shadow King
particular
is
animation.
one of the so Shadow King, if it's the Shadow King from back in the episode where Storm meets what they allege is her son in the original X-Men what do you call it, the original
Series.
X-Men
Okay.
cartoon. Yeah, so then she fought the Shadow King in that episode.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Well, he was, I guess he was acclaimed for adding depth and intrigue to that particular role. He also is a very versatile actor. He really shines through with his portrayal of Dr. Tenma in the series Astro Boy. In addition to that, he voiced the role of Modo as well in the series, the animated series Biker Mice from Mars.
Okay.
This is just, I had to put this in, even though this has nothing to do with anything, but it's just so cool. He initially said that while he was working in theater productions in New York and whatnot, the legendary screen actress Betty Davis encouraged him to continue acting within dramatic roles, and he credits her as his mentor.
Oh wow.
That is
That's
really
cool.
good. I was like, huh? Say what? So of course, he's done a lot of Marvel and DC stuff, and he started in voice acting in the 80s. He started in one of the most iconic series, Batman Beyond.
Oh wow. Yeah.
He was the voice of Jim Tate in Batman Beyond, and he also was the voice of Dan Riley in The Batman, the animated series. Of course, with Kevin Conroy and the classic animated series. He was doing his thing there. He also voiced Tombstone in Spider-Man from 1994 to 1998. Get this, everyone. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. He was the voice of Shredder.
Oh, I watched that. I love that. I love
So
that.
cool, right? Absolutely. And lastly, I was just finished watching this cartoon the other day because I missed it in the 90s. He was the voice of Rhodey Rhodes, War Machine, in Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk. Those
Oh, the
animated
original
series
Iron Man?
that came on through the 90s, correct?
I love that one.
So yes, so he was Rhodey, and he had a really big big part in that. So it was really interesting to see him do that. So as I said, anyone who's done DC has done Marvel. Anyone who's done Marvel has voiced for the other competitor. It's just always the way it goes. But
Yeah.
those are his most notable roles within the two franchises. So
Mhm.
yes.
Well,
So
right on.
anything you want. Yes. So just wrapping up again, what we're celebrating 100 years of people of color being in comics, graphic novels, and voice actors.
Yeah,
So
and
I'm
when
sure
you
you've
mentioned
already.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh no, when you mentioned Seventh Heaven, I remember because I watched Seventh Heaven. I was when I was growing up, so I watched Seventh Heaven right after, I think it was right after or before Dawson's Creek because I was a huge Dawson's Creek fan. I was a huge CW fan, or well, before I think it was called the WB at the time. I don't remember. It was right. I think it was right. I was watching either UPN or that
Yeah,
the
that's probably what it
CW
was.
channel. So, but yeah, there was a lot of shows on there. Seventh Heaven was one of those shows that I watched, and I remember seeing him on there. Now that you mentioned that, I was like, oh yeah, I remember because I couldn't pin where his face was until you said Seventh Heaven. So yeah, he was the pastor in Seventh, or the other pastor in Seventh Heaven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. And
but that's
Shredder.
all-
I can't believe
and
he was the voice of Shredder.
Yeah, I did not know he was the voice of Shredder. I also did not know he was the voice of Tombstone in Spider-Man, because the Spider-Man original series I was a huge fan of. I watched that
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I
if
was
you guys,
really bummed out when it went off.
yeah, and if you guys want to learn more information about Dorian, you guys can, I'm putting it in the chat right now. You guys can go ahead and check it out and learn more about him.
Yeah,
Yes,
so much
and
more
he's
than
great.
what we talked about. He has a very extensive resume, as you can all imagine, since he's been doing this for about what, 40 years?
Mhm.
So, yeah, he's super accomplished.
Right on. But yeah, we thank you for all that you have done, Dorian. Thank you for all that you have done. And shout out to everybody that we've covered. This is great for especially for Black History Month to kind of check out all of the amazing talent that has impacted comics all over. So you know, it's not just Dorian, it's not just Anika Rose, it's not just Anthony was it Anthony Page?
Piper.
Anthony Piper, a whole bunch of other people, Carrie Payton, Keith David. We didn't even know half of the things that Keith David was doing. He was, Phil Lamar. Like, there was so many amazing greats that were doing so many things in animation, voice acting, overall, just in addition to all of the stuff that they do. Cree Summer, we thought that she was just on, well, some people thought that she was just on a different world, but she's been a huge voice in a lot of our favorite cartoons. So shout out to her. Nyla Magruder. Yeah, all of them. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Nyla, and as you said, Matt Baker being the uncredited co-founder of Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
That is a major deal that unfortunately that was taken from him.
Yeah.
His family has not earned any money that they should have, but they honored him with Eisner Award. Yeah, nice.
That's sweet.
But yeah, so Dorian also said that he is a NAACP Image Award winning actor. He's won, I believe, more than one. So he is dedicated to representing and portraying us in good light. So I figured we really needed to highlight him this week.
Yeah, for sure. All right, y'all. Well, that's going to do it for us on today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Remember to stay unusual, and we'll see you on the next one. Also, make sure you check out the other shows as well. Run those numbers up and learn more about our history. There's been so much Black impact that people don't know. And yeah, stay blurty. All right, y'all.
That's right.
Peace.
All right.
Thank you for watching Pyro Media Network. For more information, please visit pyromedianetwork.com.